Hello. I noticed something interesting on this Stetson mug that I have and that I've had for ages and ages, probably for 15 or 20 years on all of my desks. And I just use it as like a pencil holder. I've got pencils and pens in here, little screwdriver, the kind of plastic magnifying glass that every scientifically curious child has. And I don't even remember where I got this mug. It's just something that child me liked. And it's a heavy ceramic mug with a cool crackle texture on it, and it has the Stetson Cowboys. Stetson being the famous American clothing and hat company. Stetson limited edition, you can see. But what I noticed today is the mug was made in China, which isn't unusual at all. It's probably safe to say that the majority of the things that we interact with on a daily basis here in the United States are made in China. But what is interesting about it is just above where it says made in China in English on here, you'll see that it says made in China in Chinese, but not in the more common simplified Chinese characters, but in traditional Chinese characters. And that's what I thought was interesting, because in my admittedly very limited knowledge of Chinese, I believe that the simplified characters have basically taken over. That's all anybody uses. That's what the government teaches. That's what the government asks you to use. And the traditional ones have kind of fallen by the wayside, aside for artistic value. Obviously when people do calligraphy, they're not writing in simplified characters, but in the traditional ones. So that made me think, why did this Chinese company choose to write made in China in traditional characters? And it made me wonder if maybe they're making some kind of statement. Because here we have the American cowboy, an incredibly important part of our American identity and our American culture. And it's maybe 150 years old. Whereas they chose to write made in China in their 4,000-year-old traditional Chinese characters. Is that a statement that they're making? Probably it is not a statement that they're making, but could it be a statement that they're making?